Hi guys, I'm Celia Book Fanatic. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to talk about the books I think I will rate 5 stars when I read them in the future. I don't have a lot of these books on this list because I'm a very critical reader, and I've made this list a while ago and I've already read one of the books on this list and it wasn't a 5-star read for me, definitely not. I rated 2 stars and that was Invictus by Ryan Grodin. Didn't really like it, but I will go into more detail in my wrap up soon enough. But yeah, I'm not going to mention this book anymore on this list because apparently I'm not very good at guessing what books are going to be 5 stars, and I am very critical, so this is probably not going to come true, but these are the books I think and definitely hope will be 5-star reads for me. This first book on my list is one I've been looking at every time I walk into the bookstore. I've been looking at it on Book Depository and it definitely has my attention. I will buy it soon enough, and that is Long Way Down by Jason Reynolds. There's a book about a guy whose brother gets killed and then he gets this gun and walks into the elevator to kill his brother's killer to get his revenge. And he walks into his elevator and on every level someone walks in who should not be in that building, like someone who has died, who shouldn't even be there in the elevator. This guy shouldn't see this person and they are trying to convince him not to do it, I guess. And that's what this whole book is about. It's actually written in verse, and I've heard people saying that this is the best book they ever read in verse. Like, it really uses the format well and I am so excited about it. I love poetic writing styles. I love writing in verse and I am very excited. The story sounds amazing. It definitely sounds like a hard-hitting emotional read, and I'll pick this book up soon enough. I can't wait for it. I'm super excited about it. It has won an award even, I believe, and it had just come out in 2017. The second book in this list is one I have had on my TBR for so long. It's the third book in the series, and that's Becoming Clementine by Jennifer Niven. This is the third book in the Velvet Jean series, and the Velvet Jean series is one of my favorite historical fiction series of all time. Jennifer Niven is one of my favorite writers of all time, and Velvet Jean, who's the main character in this series, is an incredible character, and I cannot wait to read the third book. But strangely enough, I can't find it anywhere, and I think it's still quite expensive on Book Depository, but I'm definitely looking out for this book and I will get to it in the future somewhere. But I've rated the first 2 books in this series very highly, like 4 or 5 stars. So the third book has to be good for me as well. I really hope so, at least. I love Jennifer Niven's writing style. The first book is Velvet Jean Learns to Drive. It follows this girl who lives in a mountain village that's completely isolated in the United States. It's historical fiction. I believe it's set during the First World War, somewhere around there. In the first book, Velvet Jean does learn to drive. She gets married to this guy she really likes in the beginning, but he turns out to be someone she didn't expect him to be. And she is such an empowering female character, learning how to drive in a time where women weren't supposed to drive, where it was a complete taboo. In the second book, Velvet Jean Learns to Fly, she actually learns how to become a pilot and fly a plane. It is so good. I would really recommend this series if you have never heard of it. It's an incredibly empowering series and I will definitely continue on with the series in the future. There's 4 books out. It's a completed series. You can read it fully. It makes my heart happy, and just Jennifer Niven's writing in general. And I just have very high hopes for this third book. I want to talk about a book that hasn't come out yet, and that is Obsidio, which is the third and final book in the Illuminae Files trilogy by Amie, Kaufman and Kristoff. Illuminae I rated 5 stars and Gemini I rated 4 stars. It's a sci-fi series. It made me fall in love with sci-fi. Probably one of the best series I have ever read, and the third book is coming out in March. I'm getting it for my birthday for my boyfriend, and we're going to read it together because he loves this series as well. I haven't heard a bad thing about this series, and it is really good. Illuminae follows 2 characters called Katie and Ezra. It's completely formatted in documents, pictures, computer logs, emails, chat logs. It's so good. You fly through it because it's formatted in that way and not every page is like completely full of letters. I've heard the audiobook is really good as well. I would definitely like to give that a try sometime. But yeah, the third book is coming out soon and I really hope I will love it more than Gemini because Illuminae is still my favorite book in this series. But I have high hopes for Obsidio because we're going to follow 2 different characters, again obviously with the rest of the characters. And I cannot wait to see what is going to happen in this series, like how this is going to end up, because it has to have an epic conclusion. And the last book I want to talk about is actually a book I got for Valentine's Day from my boyfriend, and that is Warcross by Marie Blue. This is a standalone sci-fi book about a girl who is a hacker, and then she gets contacted by this owner of an online game. He wanted to be a spy on the inside of this game called Warcross, where she was a bounty hunter before. She was tracking down people who bet illegally on this game. But Amie, our main character, is supposed to uncover a security problem as a spy for the creator of this game. She gets whisked off to Tokyo and her life changes forever. This book sounds really good. I love Marie-Lou's The Young Elite trilogy. She has a very special place in my heart. She also illustrated Gemini, and I have really high hopes that this is going to be a 5-star read for me because I love The Young Elite so much. Kind of makes me doubt a little because I didn't really like the first book in the Legend trilogy a lot, but I read that in Dutch, so this is in English. I have high hopes that I actually will like it more in English. But yeah, this sounds really cool. I hate the cover. I think it's absolutely hideous, but yeah, I hope the substance in it is good, at least. So these are the only books I think will be 5-star reads on my TBR currently, or some of the books I think will be 5-star reads will not be coming out for a while yet, so I didn't see a point in mentioning them yet. So maybe I will make another video in the future when those books are due to come out soon. But yeah, these are the books on my TBR right now that I think will be 5-star reads. Don't hold me to that though, you will see them definitely pop up in my wrap up throughout the year, maybe next year. But yeah, I hope I will like them. Let me know down below if you've read any of these books and what you think about them. I would love to know. Or are you just as excited as I am about these books? I would also love to know that. Thank you for watching. Goodbye!